Discover how understanding the secret language of touch can revolutionize your intimate relationships, inspired by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Imagine for a moment that intimacy is not merely about the physical. Instead, consider it as a symphony of connection, trust, and understanding, a dance that goes beyond the tangible. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that teaches us to cultivate inner peace and resilience, offers profound insights into this deeper form of connection. At its core, Stoicism encourages us to live in harmony with nature and to understand the underlying order of the universe. In relationships, this translates to being present and attentive, fostering a connection that transcends mere physical touch. By approaching our partners with a Stoic mindset, we can unlock emotional bonds that are richer and more profound. The Stoics remind us that true intimacy begins with understanding and empathy. It's about being fully present in the moment, listening with intent, and touching not just with our hands but with our hearts. As we delve into this exploration, we'll uncover how mindful touch, inspired by Stoic wisdom, can revolutionize your intimate relationships, transforming them into something truly special. Let's take a moment to explore a common issue in our pursuit of intimacy: the misconception that physical touch alone can establish a meaningful connection. Many of us, influenced by societal narratives and media portrayals, often equate intimacy with physical proximity or romantic gestures. However, as Stoicism teaches us, true connection transcends the mere physical. It is deeply rooted in mutual understanding and emotional resonance. Consider the Stoic notion that external events, including touch, do not disturb us, but rather our perceptions and interpretations of these events do. In a similar vein, touching someone without understanding their emotional landscape is akin to reading a book in a language you do not understand. We may see the characters and symbols, but we miss the story. Imagine a scenario where you greet a friend with a hug. It's a familiar gesture, yet what makes it meaningful is the sentiment behind it, the shared history and trust between you two. Now apply this to romantic relationships. By focusing solely on physical aspects, we risk overlooking the emotional and psychological elements that form the foundation of a deep bond. Each person is a complex tapestry of experiences and feelings, much like an ancient map filled with unexplored territories. It's essential to approach intimacy with curiosity and openness, willing to discover these hidden paths that lead to a richer connection. This misconception about intimacy often leads to a superficial understanding of relationships, where partners might feel disconnected despite being physically close. In embracing a Stoic approach, one learns to value the inner workings of the mind and heart, realizing that true intimacy is cultivated through empathy, communication, and emotional insight. Let us challenge ourselves to move beyond the surface, to engage not just with the body but with the soul, fostering a connection that is both profound and enduring. Imagine, if you will, a woman's body as an ancient map, intricately detailed with paths and roads less traveled, each leading to new realms of connection and understanding. In our modern quest for intimacy, it is all too easy to focus on the obvious routes, often overlooking the subtle, yet profoundly significant, nuances that lie beneath the surface. The Stoics teach us that true wisdom comes not from the obvious, but from understanding the deeper layers of what it means to connect. In this way, we can draw a parallel with our interactions. The body, much like an uncharted map, offers hidden paths that, when explored with intention and respect, can unlock a deeper level of trust and intimacy. These are not just physical paths, but emotional and psychological avenues that require us to be attuned and present. Think of the gentle touch on a wrist or the soft caress of the nape of the neck. These are not merely physical gestures. They are, in fact, keys that can unlock the door to a more profound connection. Such touches are often overlooked, yet they hold the potential to evoke a sense of safety and trust, essential components of any intimate bond. The Stoics remind us that it's not about the act itself, but the intention and mindfulness behind it that truly matters. In exploring these hidden paths, you are not just touching the surface, but engaging in a dance of presence and awareness that can transform your relationship from the mundane to the extraordinary. Remember, the journey to deeper connection lies not in the destination, but in the willingness to explore the unseen paths with an open heart and a mindful spirit. Imagine sitting across from someone you deeply care about, and in that moment, all distractions fade away. What remains is the silent yet powerful language of eye contact. In the Stoic tradition, much emphasis is placed on presence and being in the moment. Eye contact embodies this perfectly. It's not merely about looking, it's about truly seeing. When you gaze into someone's eyes, you're engaging in a dance of vulnerability and trust. This silent conversation can speak volumes more than words ever could. Science backs this up too. Studies have shown that eye contact activates the same pleasure centers in the brain as physical touch. It releases oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, which strengthens emotional bonds and fosters a deeper connection. Consider the eyes as windows to the soul, a concept that aligns well with Stoic teachings of understanding and empathy. In a world filled with screens and superficial interactions, taking the time to maintain sincere eye contact can be a profound act of intimacy. It shows the other person that you value them, that you are present, and that you are willing to open yourself up to them. This can dismantle walls of misunderstanding and build bridges of connection, allowing for a relationship that is not only physically intimate, but also emotionally profound. So the next time you find yourself with someone you cherish, remember the power of eye contact. Let it be more than a glance. Let it be a promise of presence and understanding. Through this simple act, inspired by the wisdom of Stoicism, you can cultivate a deeper, more meaningful bond. Imagine, if you will, the subtle power that lies in the nape of the neck or the gentle curve of the wrist. These are not just parts of the body, but gateways to profound emotional experiences. Let's consider the nape of the neck first. In many cultures, this area is considered intimate, a sacred space often hidden from view. The Stoics teach us the importance of intention and mindfulness, and here, a gentle touch can speak volumes. It's about being present and understanding the unspoken language of trust. When you gently touch the nape, you are essentially saying, "I am here, I am attentive, and I value this connection." This simple act can evoke a sense of safety and vulnerability, key components in deepening emotional bonds. Now, turning our focus to the wrists, these often overlooked areas are incredibly sensitive. The skin here is delicate, and a light touch can send a cascade of sensations throughout the body. The Stoic approach encourages us to look beyond the superficial, to explore with a curious mind, akin to navigating an ancient map. By focusing on these less obvious areas, you demonstrate a willingness to understand and appreciate the complexities of your partner. It's about discovering hidden paths and creating a dance of connection that transcends the physical. Through such thoughtful touches, you communicate more than words ever could. You convey a message of respect, admiration, and genuine interest, all of which are foundational to building a deeper, more meaningful relationship. These gestures, when practiced with sincerity and mindfulness, can truly transform the way you connect with your partner, nurturing a bond that is both profound and enduring. Now let's delve into a concept that might seem intangible, but is incredibly potent in building intimacy: the art of verbal touch. You see, words are much like instruments in an orchestra. In the hands of a master, they can create symphonies that resonate deeply within the soul. Stoicism teaches us the power of words to shape our perceptions and emotions. It encourages us to speak with intention and clarity, recognizing the profound impact our language can have on those around us. Consider how a simple phrase like, "I appreciate you," can transform an ordinary moment into something truly special. It's not just the words themselves, but the sincerity and the tone behind them that can touch the heart. Just as the Stoics emphasized the importance of reasoned discourse, they also understood that the way we communicate can either build bridges or erect walls. When you speak to your partner, are your words cultivating connection and understanding, or are they inadvertently creating distance? Think about the tone of your voice. A gentle, calm tone can soothe and reassure, while a harsh or dismissive one can create tension and misunderstanding. The Stoics believed in the practice of mindfulness, which can be applied to our speech. By being present and fully engaged in conversation, we can ensure that our words are chosen with care, fostering a deeper bond. Let's explore some phrases that can enhance intimacy. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel more connected when we both share our thoughts." Notice how the latter invites collaboration and understanding rather than blame. This subtle shift aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control, our own actions and responses. Ultimately, verbal touch is about being attuned to the emotional landscape of our relationships. By choosing our words thoughtfully and speaking with genuine affection, we create an environment where intimacy can thrive, much like tending to a garden that flourishes with care and attention. Imagine, for a moment, the gentle yet impactful nature of a touch. Not just any touch, but one that is light, intentional, and mindful. In the realm of Stoicism, the practice of intentional touch is akin to the art of living itself. It calls for presence, awareness, and a deep understanding of the other person's emotional landscape. Let's delve into how varying the pressure and technique of your touch can transform an ordinary moment into an extraordinary experience. Consider the lightness of a feather gliding across the skin. It's a sensation that doesn't just tickle the surface, but reaches into the depths of one's emotional being. Light touches can convey a multitude of emotions, tenderness, affection, and even a profound sense of care. In Stoic terms, such a touch is a manifestation of your intent, a way to communicate without words. Imagine then the power of a firmer, more deliberate touch. This doesn't mean forceful or overpowering. Rather, it's about creating a connection that grounds and reassures. Just as a strong handshake can convey confidence and respect, a well-placed firm touch can evoke feelings of safety and trust, essential components in any meaningful relationship. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us about the importance of technique, much like the precision of a philosopher's argument. The way you touch, the rhythm, and the intention behind it can elevate the experience. Think of it as a dance, where each movement is deliberate and carries its own significance. The varied pressures and techniques are tools in your arsenal to build a bridge between you and your partner's soul. In essence, the key to mastering the art of touch lies in understanding the balance between light and firm, gentle and assured. It's about being present in the moment, feeling the energy of the other person, and responding with a touch that speaks volumes more than words ever could. This is the transformative power of touch, a Stoic embrace of connection and intimacy that transcends the physical to touch the very essence of the heart. Now, let's dive into an area often overlooked yet incredibly potent, the mind. In the realm of Stoicism, the mind is regarded as the ultimate erogenous zone. Why is this? Because our thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions shape our reality. Imagine the mind as an expansive landscape, where every thought is a path leading to deeper understanding and connection. To engage the mind is to engage the very essence of a person. Consider how a simple, meaningful conversation can sometimes feel more intimate than physical touch. This is because when you stimulate someone's mind, you are connecting with their inner world. You're not just touching their skin, you're touching their soul. When we engage in deep, thoughtful dialogue, we invite our partner to share their fears, dreams, and aspirations, creating a bond that is intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. To put this into practice, focus on being present in your conversations. Listen actively, without interrupting or preparing your response while the other person is speaking. Ask questions that provoke reflection and insight, such as, "What's something you've always wanted to learn more about?" Or, "What's a belief you've recently challenged?" These questions invite exploration and understanding, paving the way for a connection that transcends the physical. Moreover, the Stoics remind us of the importance of empathy and compassion in our interactions. Approach your partner with an open mind and an open heart, free of judgment. Recognize their individuality and the richness of their inner world. The mind, when engaged thoughtfully, can become the most profound connection point, fostering a relationship that is both resilient and deeply satisfying. In essence, nurturing the mind through stimulating conversation is a touch that reverberates through the very core of our being. As we draw this enlightening journey to a close, let's reflect on the profound wisdom of Stoic philosophy and how it can enrich our intimate relationships. We've explored how mindful touch, informed by Stoic principles, can deepen our connections and enhance our understanding of one another. Stoicism teaches us that true intimacy transcends the mere physical. It is about forging a connection that is as much about the mind as it is about the body. By focusing on emotional sensitivity and thoughtful communication, we can cultivate relationships that are not only fulfilling but also resilient. Remember, the key to a fulfilling relationship lies in our ability to listen, to observe, and to connect on a deeper level. Let these insights guide you as you endeavor to build a more meaningful connection with your partner. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." So let your thoughts be colored with understanding, patience, and love, and your relationship will flourish in unimaginable ways.